Okay, here is a problem that some of my students had difficulty with on their homework last night. I'm just going to go through it very quickly to model how they can approach this type of problem, and hopefully in the future they'll be able to just ace these things. Now, what we have here, and by the way, I just put that little swirl there to keep everything in focus. My camera was having trouble focusing. What we have here is an equation, 36 equals 90p. And in this situation, we need to find out what is the value of our variable p. Now, I'm going to be working mostly with Thinking Like a Mathematician, practice number 7, where I know I can use the structure of this equation, and by using the inverse operation, I can solve the equation to isolate or break out that variable and determine its value. I'm going to go ahead and clear my board so I have good working space. If I have 90p, this term here is made up of the coefficient 90 and the variable p. And anytime you have a coefficient and a variable making up a single term, your operation is multiplication. So if I'm going to do the inverse operation to solve for the value of p, I have to use the inverse operation of multiplication, and that is division. Now, I can say a little division symbol, 90, and do it that way, but I like to use the fraction bar. All fraction problems are division problems, pretty much. When fractions, I should say fractions, not fraction problems, but fractions are like division. All right, so 90p divided by 90, and that's going to isolate or separate or break out p. And if I divide this by 90, which essentially cancels those out, then I need to divide 36 by 90. Now, one of the problems I've had with students before, they'll see this lower value number, 36, and they think that they need to see how many groups of 36 they can get out of 90. No, 90 in this case is the denominator, so you must divide 36 by 90, and you're going to wind up with a decimal. Now, when I use my calculator, because I don't want to go through the trouble of the standard algorithm, and I say 36 divided by 90, it gives us 4/10, 0.4. So the value of p would be 0.4. Now, boys and girls, based on our SFA PTM rubric, if I were a random reporter, what score would I deserve? 100. Yes, I gave a good math practice, I showed my math process, I have a correct answer, and I tried to plug in as much vocabulary, appropriate vocabulary, as I could.